Hi JD here. On Saturday I thought I'd do a post for business owners. If you're not a business owner you can keep on scrolling up or down, but if you're a business owner you're probably interested in what I'm about to say. You should be probably interested anyway. We have a business called the Institute of Wow.com and we help business owners attract more clients through some innovative marketing and advertising tactics. I was just at a shopping centre on the Gold Coast and bought some goods, and I was very impressed because the lady who was selling us the goods actually did something which I'll let Gail, what did she do?
She collected some data.
She collected some data, and I have to say to you that it's the first time in a long while since I've been to a retail shop where they actually asked me for my details. It was the Politics store inside David Jones, and I was just buying a sports jacket, and she said to me, oh look, let me just get your details and we'll actually email, what was it, a $30 or $50 voucher?
Yeah,
something like that, a $30 or $40 or $50 voucher to you, so you can use that when you next come in. How smart is that? And I said to Gail, look, before we jump in the car and take off home, let's just do a quick Facebook Live on the collection of data, because when the lady did do this, we were blown away because it just doesn't happen, does it?
No, it's probably one of the first times we've ever had that happen to us. Yeah.
Yep, and you can see how excited Gail is about that. You know, it's probably
well, it just means he's got to go back to politics.
It's probably one of the first times he's ever. Anyway, you can see she doesn't want to be with me. Okay. Anyway, so the thing is that the lady who was collecting the data said to me, I don't know why I do that all the time. I speak with my hands, don't I?
It's like a claw. The claw.
What is it in
the claw.
Maxwell Smart? It was the craw, not the craw, the craw. Yeah. Anyway, so I said to the lady, look, what do you think about David Jones in terms of their data collection? And she was nice enough not to say too much, but I don't think she was all that impressed because we spent some money in David Jones as well, and guess what? They collected no data. They just basically took the credit card or the money or whatever it might be. We've got we've got a brand new little granddaughter who came along about 4 weeks ago, and I think Gail just spent in David Jones about $4.8 gazillion.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm going to be hooked.
Yep. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so therefore they didn't collect any data at all, and then we went to a few other shops in the shopping centre, including a coffee shop. No data collection. And if you would like to learn how to collect data, but really the easy way, then you might like to come to my free event. This is a blatant plug, I'm sorry, but my free event, it's for businesses doing over 300K, okay? And the reason for that is that the techniques and the the formulas, the marketing formulas for collecting data, or what we call avalanche leads, really suits an established business doing at least 300K turnover. So if you're a startup and you're a uni student, this is not for you. But if you're interested, then just click the link above or beside me, wherever it is here, and you can get free tickets to an event that we've got next weekend, Friday the 3rd and Saturday the 4th of May, here on the Gold Coast. If you're interstate, then it's worth a plane trip. You're getting the tickets for free, which normally would be worth a couple of $1,000s, he says, very boastfully, but they would be. I mean, we're going to be having people speaking on Facebook. We're going to have copywriters in the room. We're going to be showing you the formula that I've been using on Facebook to attract quite a few sales, quite a lot of sales, okay? This Facebook Live stuff that we've been doing for the last 3 months, I wished I had started it earlier because it's just dynamite. It is just knockout, and it's free. What I'm doing right now is absolutely free, so you ought to think about doing it yourself. And if you want to come along to this event, again, you have to be doing 300K or more turnover because it won't suit you otherwise. And the reason is because I'll be showing you techniques to use on Facebook and Instagram advertising and LinkedIn. If you're a B2B like I am, then LinkedIn is just a juggernaut if you get that right. And LinkedIn now has the same advertising style platform that Facebook does. So I'll be showing you how we're getting results out of it and how you can just copy that formula. But it's of no use at all if you're not doing 300K or more turnover. And the reason is because you will need to spend money on LinkedIn and Facebook advertising. Although Facebook Live like this is absolutely for free. But if you find that you get one of your Facebook Live broadcasts get some traction, so it means that it might get 100 or 200 views over a day or two, then you think, okay, well, that one's actually getting some traction, why don't I boost it? So you can throw $50 or $100, whatever it might be, boosting that into Los Angeles or Sydney or Melbourne or wherever you want. But back to the data collection, I have to say to you is that when this lady was collecting data from me this morning, and I just congratulated her, I just brought up the football game. I remember the grand finals and so forth of the football, not in the grand finals, but any football game. The tragedy is the actual football code doesn't collect any data. Ticketek does, the ticketing agency does, but the football code doesn't. Just nutso, just nutso. So by the way, let's just go through them. When was the last time you went to Bunnings and they asked you who you were? Never. Woolworths or Coles, I know that they have their VIP clubs and all of that, but that's only a percentage of their audience.
But they don't ask you when you go if you are a member. They might give a card. So if you don't have a card, they don't give you any more information to become a member. They don't do that. They don't chase you down.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't realise that. Yeah. Well, and you can go through it. I mean, goodness me, Michelle's Patisserie, Baker's Delight. I can go through any of the franchisees. A good friend of mine, Glenn Warford, asked me to put together an article for his magazine. It's an online franchise buyer magazine. I put the article together throughout the week, and again, I just highlighted to all of the people who would be reading his magazine, which presumably would be franchisees or franchisors, collect data. You're leaving so much money on the table. It's just crazy not collecting data. We're going to be launching in the next 2 weeks. By the way, can you tell me where you're from? If you are watching this, just tell me if you're from Sydney or Melbourne or what have you, and give me your URL and your bank account. Okay. Well, forget all your name and everything. Just give me your bank account. No, the reason I'm asking that, if you give me your URL, then I will have a quick look at it and give you any thoughts I have, because you should be having a data collapsion. Is there a word collapsion? No, there's not. A collection. Okay, collection. It's Saturday and it's only just lunchtime.
I haven't even had a drink.
No,
we
I
had
think
coffee. We should be right.
I need a drink. That's what it is. So you should have on the homepage of your website a data collection facility, and if you don't, then I'll show you how to do that. So just give me comment below. I'm from Sydney, JD, and my URL is www. Yeah. Please put the www in, because although we don't use that these days, there's no need to, but at least it's easy for me to click and go straight through to your website. Listen, we're launching something that's a very skilled teacher of me, isn't it? Listen, if you don't listen, you'll be standing outside the wire. That's what I heard all the time. I spent more time outside the classroom than inside the classroom. Now that surprises you, doesn't it? We'll be launching in about a week's time the engagement code.
Yes,
okay,
just about ready to go.
What you're seeing now is part of what we've developed in terms of a Facebook formula called the engagement code. Now I know every man and his dog has got some special formula for social media advertising. I understand that. I think this one's different because we've got some years of experience with offline marketing, because there are a few wrinkles around here. So therefore what I've done is I've picked up all of that stuff that we used to use for avalanche leads in offline marketing, and we put it into the online world. So for example, in the old days, the likes of News Limited and Fairfax would use me to put bingo games on, scratch bingos for their newspapers and things like that, and I would get them like gazillions of leads straight away. There's been a few people, the trolls of this world, when they see my ad on the internet which says I got 812,000 leads in 1 week, they go, oh, it's impossible, and they do the maths and try and work out how many leads you would get. It was a scratch bingo game for New Idea magazine, and New Idea magazine put the scratch bingo cards that I produced for them inside their magazines, and TV Week and New Idea, which was millions of magazines, and you had to ring up a number to get your call routine to scratch out the numbers to win the prizes. We had 812,000 phone calls in 1 week. Those numbers weren't true, okay? So therefore any of those little trolls out there go, oh, that's impossible. No, it's not. I've got the telephone records to prove it. So we're in the business of avalanche marketing, and if you're interested in learning how to get avalanche marketing through Facebook and Instagram and things like that, when I say things like that, it's pretty much it, Facebook and Instagram, then just message me below in the comment thing and say, JD, interested in engagement code. We're going to be relaunching it in about a week's time, and it's going to be a lousy, $297 I think to get hold of it. And and it's a video training program, which is only 20 minutes for each video, and I think there's about 7 videos. You can binge watch them like you did with the House of Cards, or you can watch them over a week or two. It's entirely up to you, but we're launching in a week's time. Price is going to go up to $997, but if you want it at the launch price, which is $297 for the engagement code formula, which is a 7-part video series of just 20 minutes each, then just put a comment below, JD, interested in engagement code, and we'll just email it to you when we've got it ready and send you to the landing page. That's about it. Again, if you want to come to our event next week on the Gold Coast, no matter where you are, just go to the link above or below or to the side here, which is wowworkshops.com.au. It's on Friday the 3rd and Saturday the 4th of May, and I think if you come, your head will be spinning when you leave with new ways of attracting clients to your business. Oh, thanks, Gail, for being so enthusiastic. Yeah. Okay.
It's also a lot of fun.
Yeah. What? Being here with me or coming to the event? I think she means coming to the event.
I mean the event.
Okay. All right. I'm out of here, guys. Have a good weekend.